So this is 2 days late from the Orphan Black Season 3 finale. Um, I want to make a note that the ending isn't what I expected. When you get to a finale, I am so used to cliffhangers. Like, you wouldn't believe. Um, like, so many cliffhangers. Like, cliffhanger and then credits. Like, that's what I'm so used to. So seeing, like, happy times throws me off. Clearly they can't, always end on a happy note, in a sense. So, of course, somebody gets shot. Delphine. Um, but, I don't know. I find it, like, interesting that, they're not just doing like cliffhanger credits. They're just doing like, oh, happy times. Kira sees Sarah and Mrs. S, and everyone's happy and whatever. So I'm not used to that, but that's cool because you'd think by now I would get used to it. Being in season 3, because season 2 ended on a dance party, I think. So whatever. Okay, so a small recap, if I can remember anything from this episode, because, clearly a lot of information gets packed into these hour episodes, and, 2 days later my brain can't handle it. Um, so I've come to the conclusion that I think the entire Clone Club has also agreed with me, or whoever said it originally has agreed with them, that Delphine is such a bitch. Like, when she took over Rachel's job, she's got the straight hair, and she goes up to the window and, is, I'm gonna be super serious now, and then she'll turn back, and then she'll go back to the window, and it's just really funny how, like, that, it might be, like, a director thing, but I don't know, I think it's funny. But, okay, so, we don't know what happened to Crystal. I mean, I have the volume on kind of low because it was late and whatever. Boo-hoo for me, but we don't know what happened to Crystal. She was, in the bed, and Delphine comes in thinking it's Rachel, talks to her, and Crystal is like flipping out. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? Why can't I see? Okay, fine, you take the patch off. Oh, look, now I can see, but where am I? What's going on? All these crazy things are happening. Rah, 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 rah. So we don't know what happened to her. She hasn't died as far as we know. Delphine just, went to go see her, and then, of course, it cuts, because, maybe she's gonna give Crystal a story. Who knows? So, there's that. And Rachel, of course, getting stuck in a room that she doesn't know where she is. We don't know where she is. Not Ferdinand. Hendrick is his name? I don't know. The other guy, whoever it was, commented that that's, she's somewhere and rah, and all this. But when you find out at the end that she's with Professor Duncan, or at least his wife, whatever, and then, she's got the little one, and the little one runs up to Rachel and says, "You're gonna be my new mom." And, like, Rachel wanted Kira, but I guess, this other one, this little clone, I guess you could call her, might be just as good. I don't know. Um, so that's an interesting kind of turn of events. I don't know. At least she can kind of speak now. Whatever. Um, seeing, okay, speaking of turn of events, seeing, what's her name? Mrs. S's mother, I guess. I forget her name. Um, knowing that she is both Lita and Castor is really weird. I want to see more of that. And speaking of seeing things, or wanting to see more of things, I'm glad Jesse came back, because that was pretty cool. That Johnny, brought Helena into the garage, or whatever, and was like, we want you to be happy, Helena. We want you to, whatever. And she's like, you brought my boyfriend. And it was just really funny. And of course she attacks him in the car, but like in a good way. And then she gets her, like, of course there's always, a situation where something goes off and the moment is ruined. So that was pretty funny that her phone went off. She's like, I have to take care of my sisters. And then, of course, at the end, I was thinking about it. I was like, why wasn't Jesse there? Why wasn't Jesse at the table of, the group of the clone club in a sense? Oh, wait, because he doesn't know that she is a clone. That's why. It was kind of taken by surprise too when Delphine, texts Cosima, and Cosima's like, oh, come on in, it's okay. And she's like, no, I can't. And then, all of a sudden, then she, says goodbye to all these people, and then she gets shot. Of course she gets shot. I almost thought, the fact you saw the blood, I was like, oh, well, she got shot, and then, she's going to have a vest on, and she's going to live. No, you see the blood. If they bring her back, she's going to be in the hospital. Or whatever, somebody sees her in the parking garage, I don't know. But the fact that she's like, oh, what's going to happen to her, makes me think that Crystal, because she goes to a specific car, almost lining herself up for something. So maybe Crystal in the car, passed out in the trunk, I don't know. But she kind of sets herself up for that, unless it's like a false death, but we haven't technically had one of those yet, so I guess, we might be up for that. Where it's everybody thinks she's dead and then she's not. I don't know. What else? It was nice to see Art again. That was kind of cool how, he came back and he was like, oh, you can have this place, but, I'm kind of staying away. And then, Scott, of course, is a goof. Oh, and also, okay, so Ferdinand, when Sarah gets the call from Delphine, before Delphine, of course, gets shot, she tells her, don't trust Ferdinand, don't trust him. So, of course, Sarah tells him, Delphine said that this is going on. The neolutionists are doing stuff. They're taking control. They're, whatever. And of course he goes ballistic. And he shoots his guy, who looks at Ferdinand, which makes me think that the guy knew Ferdinand was part of that. I don't think Ferdinand's playing safe. I don't think he's the guy that is. I think he's playing both sides. I don't think he's, a good guy. I don't. Mostly because of the way he acted. He's like, I'm gonna take care of this. You guys leave. Like, it's okay. I got it. Whereas he quickly turned around, saying that he hates neolutionists and all this stuff, and he knew it, and blah 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 blah. He's probably part of it. I don't think that he's a good guy. So I'm kind of frustrated that they believed him in that, he's telling them, oh yeah, this is how it's gonna be. And I don't know. I just don't. He turned way too quick when he heard that news. He really did. And of course, who knows what happened to the vials of blood that they took? Were they sitting there? No. Ferdinand shot the guy, or, yeah, no, he shot the guy. Hit the guy? I don't remember. He did something, and the guy's, lying on the ground. So, what happened to the vials of blood? Did they take them? Did they leave them? They still can do stuff with them. So, I don't know. And then, of course, going back to Helena and her babies. That's. I hope that progresses. And I think that's actually just about it. I didn't ramble too much. Yay me. So that's it. I'm very super stoked for season 4. Of course it's a season 4. There's I read something that there's a season 4. I don't even know. But so there you go. Super excited and not a lot of rambling. Yay.